All right, to all you speed demons out there and all you slow demons out there, this video is gonna be brief. You see how I'm decluttering and reorganizing today. All right, been sweating so much without putting the sheet on this mattress. I even tried scrubbing this thing today. Looks like I may have to get a new one. But anywho, besides that point of the conversation, the point that I'm making today is that we live in a world where there's some people who are always speeding through life, and then there's some people who take their time. Both people always get their jobs done or their goals completed in some way, shape, or form within a certain time frame. But the people who speed through life, they make themselves way more accessible to people who either A, don't appreciate it, or I find that they usually end up frustrated for doing so much, and then when they get frustrated, they want somebody to be there to comfort them, console them. We all go through those phases when we get frustrated. But my logic is, or my question to the public is, when people are speeding through life, do you think they ever take time to say, hey, if I just showed up early, I wouldn't have to move so fast? Hey, if I just minimize my traveling distance between work or between seeing girlfriends or between the places that I like to hang out, then maybe I can maximize my time. Or do you think they say, I have so much time that I need to fill in that time and do a whole bunch of things or I'll go crazy? Because I'm an older guy. I'm 36. I move slow demon time. Like, I'd rather get there early, be organized when I do it, and get it done on time than to jump in 10, 15 minutes before it's done, speed through it, get it done, and still get all this free time. All right? Like, if I speed through something, like if it takes me 15 minutes to do something, if I speed through it, that's 45 minutes of my day that I have nothing else to do with, that either it's going to make me money or benefit me psychologically, because I'm a highly intelligent man. You can check me out on YouTube under Jerome Pope. You'll see me in a maroon dress shirt holding at the time he was my 2-year-old in my arms. But again, Jerome Pope, TikTok, YouTube, Dr. Anthony A.J. Pope. If I free up that 45 minutes of my day, now I'm like, oh, maybe I can go. Well, when I was younger, I'm like, maybe I can go fix the car. Maybe I can go play some basketball. Maybe I can go see this chick. Maybe I can go spend time with this niece or that nephew. Or like, run around spending time with everybody else, making myself highly accessible, constantly going around. In the long run, it cost me more money because I was the one running up and down the roads. It cost me more money because I needed more food and more liquids to sustain my hunger, if you will. It cost me more peace and more sanity because I started being embodied. Bless me. I started being embodied by a bunch of comments that I didn't really think was the best comments for the human psychological standpoint. Like, there's people out there, if I spent less time with them, that's less chances they can say something negative to me. If I spend less chances with them, that's less times I can notice something that I may deem negative or something that I deem different from the type of lifestyle I want. And instead of my subconscious ridiculing them about it or even noticing it, like, for example, there's a chick that works at a vape shop where I currently live. Like, literally 3 minutes walking distance from where I'm stationed. And she has braces. I don't consider braces a bad thing, right? I admire the fact that people want to work on their smile, and, on certain people, they're actually pretty cute. However, there's people that jumps into what we call the collective conscious, with our powers of telepathy and things like that. Again, you have to watch my previous videos or look up other conscious people like myself. Now, what people in the collective conscious, they'll see me notice her braces and they'll go, oh, he must not like her braces. And then they'll start causing problems in my life based on me noticing her braces, instead of saying, oh, look, he noticed her braces. He's paying attention to detail. He's not just treating her like just some everyday employee in America, right? So, again, there's slow guys and then there's fast guys. There's slow women, there's fast women. The slow people, they pay attention to detail because they actually care. The fast people don't really pay attention to detail, and every time something important is mentioned by somebody in their life, they go, "Oh, I didn't notice that. Oh, I don't remember you saying that. Oh, I don't remember this happened. Oh, I don't remember that happened." It's like, well, if you slow down and actually take time to embrace the moment, enjoy the moment, then maybe you'll be more attentive to details, and I won't have to keep repeating myself when I say I like honey Jack Daniels, peach parmesan, pineapple, New Amsterdam, or something sweet and exotic. That way when I'm kissing on women, they taste the sweet and exoticness. If I'm sharing it with them, they find it relaxing and enjoyable instead of you know, like, I don't follow trends just because they're popular. Like, I don't follow Hennessy just because it's popular. I don't follow Crown Royal. It's not really my thing. I'm not a big tequila fan. It's not really my thing, right? But I don't get on the internet and I don't go bash Hennessy like, oh, man, Hennessy's so fucking disgusting. Oh, my God, they need to quit making it. Like, that's not my style. My style is, hey, have you tried Peach Paul? It's amazing. Have you tried Honey Jack Daniels? It's delicious. It ain't, oh man, tequila, man, it tastes like moonshine. It gives me, Now, if you're in my personal circle and you ask me why I don't like it, then I'll tell you why. But I don't want to jump on a Hennessy page like, y'all need to quit making this. I don't want to jump on tequila page. Why y'all got this trash up there, right? Because some people like myself, when we hear people talking trash about us, and I know this is probably not acceptable way of thinking, but I don't really care. This is the equivalent of other people talking trash to people is my equivalent of wanting to kill people. Meaning, if somebody walks up to me and talk trash, I'm like, bro, you want to fight about this? Like, what's your problem? Right? Like, first of all, if it ain't yours, I don't really care about your opinion of it if it's not a compliment. Like, you can keep that opinion inside your own little head for all that matters. Right? You can go tell other people about it when you leave. But if it come back to me, then I'm like, bro, you know, you could have respectfully talked to me about that when you was over there. Man, sis, you could have respectfully talked to me about that when you was over here. But you want to bash me about it? Like, now we got a problem. So either you want to fight and die about it, or you just need to shut up, right? Because that's me being touched by the dark side. Other people okay with talking trash. That's not my thing. Other people okay with spreading rumors. It's not my thing. Other people okay with trying to belittle somebody for their own desires of financial gain or psychological acceptance or awareness, etc., etc. But bashing people ain't really my thing, which is why a lot of people love my energy. This is why a lot of people say I have a green spirit, because my green spirit is what people desire. People, especially the most attractive women, they desire a good person. They desire a positive person. Yes, they are touched by the dark side a little bit too, but they're touched by the dark side. They'll do it in a joking way, right? Like, they'll say a million good things, and then they'll see something that they're like, oh man, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of funny. Like, I would never wear something like that, you know? But their one negative comment out of all the good that they do is better than a bunch of negative stuff, and then people still wanting good to happen to them. Right? So I have one of the most purest, greenest spirits on the face of the earth. And I'm not saying that for bragging rights. I'm saying that because people told me. Anytime I'm looking out of my right eye or my left eye, people want to know who that man is. Every time I'm like, because people, even if people don't consciously know, their spirit and their consciousness is craving positivity. Right? So whenever I'm looking out into the world, my energy and my electrical frequencies will intertwine with other people's frequencies. And for the people who deem themselves good people, they may actually say something bad or do something bad towards me to try to make me look worse than how they view themselves, or to try to make me feel worse than how they feel about something I've noticed. Or they'll try to tear me down from my standard, my psychological standard of self, because it doesn't suit the narrative of how they want to view me. And no matter how many times they do it, I'm still going to be positive. I'm still going to be confident. And instead of them going, hey, you know what? He's just confident. That's just how he is. Let him be. They're like, nah, fuck that. Let's try to tear him down. And it's like, it's not going to work. I'm 36. If people haven't broke my confidence yet, no matter how rich or poor I am, no matter where I'm living or what I'm doing, no matter, at the end of the day, my psychological self-sustainability is way more valuable than any financial gain that a person can gain from being negative. Because I see people all the time, man, I got it all, I just don't got good friends. I got it all, but I had to suffer to get this. I got it all, but, and it's like, we were born free. Somebody else told us that we needed shelter. We're like, oh yeah, shelter's cool, that's amazing. Cool, I got one. Somebody else said, oh man, we need sneakers for basketball. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool, I got some. Somebody else, oh well, we need to eat. Okay, cool, I got some. Oh, you need a stove. Okay, cool, I got one. You need a pie, you need this, you need that, and da-da-da. That's my water bill. But all these things other people say we need, and I'm like, I really just want to be free. I just want to travel. I want to see the world. Yes, having a vehicle to help me get there faster. Cool. But if I want to travel the world and I want to meet people and experience cultures and things that I've never experienced, and I know me being a single male who haven't found the right partner who's just as explorative while still maintaining a shelter of stability, if a person's still not willing to travel with me like that, then their opinion don't really matter. Like, yes, I would like to be rich, but I don't want to spend, I'm 36. I spent 16 years of my life, 17 years of my life busting my ass and learning a lot of information only to meet people who either A, hate that I'm so intelligent, B, respect that I'm so intelligent that they try to hold me back to keep from losing me as an asset to them, or C, they don't realize how intelligent I am, and that drives me away anyway, right? Like, I spent the last 16 years showing people my skills, teaching people, telling people repeatedly, I don't really care about the rules as long as I'm not offending the person I'm talking to. Meaning, if me and another person, let's say there's 3 people standing in a circle. If I'm talking to A, let's say I'm C in this situation. If I'm talking to A and A likes to talk like something like this, man, that old slut, that old bitch, that old hoe, that old dog. Okay, cool. That's how me and A talk. I talk to B and B prefers, that frustrated young lady has been through so much turmoil in her life with the multiple men that she's been interacting with on a sexual level that we think it damaged her psychological aspect. Cool. I can have a conversation with both sides of that, of the spectrum of verbal communication, and not feel bad for talking like that to A, and don't feel bad about talking like that to B. So if D walks up and hears me talking to A, but they know me from a professional standpoint, it's like, oh man, you don't usually talk like that. What's going on? You being fake, da-da-da-da-da. Whatever. Then E walks up and E hears me talking professional to B, and he goes, man, what's going on with you? You know that ain't how you really talk, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You talk more like, hey, cool, whatever. At the end of the day, if y'all stayed in the conversation, y'all could learn something. D could learn something from my conversation with A. E can learn something from my conversation with B. What I'm not going to do is sit there and argue with A, B, D, and E about how I'm able to articulate in both scenarios. What I'm not going to do is argue with anybody else after E instead of actually just learning new things. If E's from China, hey, what's going on? Shishini ni hama. If F is from Japan, dama gato. That's the basis of what I know. I'll learn more as I talk to him. If G is from the Gullah culture, hey, say now, what you doing down there? All right. If H is from the Geechee, man, them boys say they box you in the eye, and I don't do good impressions. I already know that. I suck at it. But my hearing is good enough to understand what people are saying without going, oh man, that person needs to learn to speak proper English because I can't understand them. Oh man, why they coming over here speaking Spanish when they should be learning our language? Or man, why should they speak Gullah Geechee when that culture is supposed to have died 200 years ago? Why do they speak Canadian when most of the world speaks English? And like I don't want to hear that. Like, if you're as intelligent as you claim to be, then if you listen with a clean and keen ear, you will be able to hear people in their native tongue. And I like diversity. I like the cultural differences. If we were all made the same, I'd probably be bored, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm 36 and I'm already bored with the petty games humanity play. So if we all had to speak the same English, if we all had to learn just the same math, just the same history, just the same occupations, it's like, yeah, that's cool, but I gotta go out here and create something, which is the world we actually live in, where people have the ability to create. The human race is at 8.1 billion people. Let's say the human race started, if you let the Bible tell it, the human race started with one man and then one woman, and then 8.1 billion plus people alive today. That's not counting the ones that's dead and gone. That's not the ones that will be. That's just today, 8.1 billion plus, right? So all that diversity, all that creativity, I understand being on a team, but I also know that if that team doesn't truly have my best interests at heart, I can't really call us a team. All right? And so people always go, why you so individually standing? Why you sever ties with your gang? Why you sever ties with companies? Why you sever ties with people? Because I know at the end of the day, everybody's playing a game of survival. And usually the rich and the wealthy, they're already so comfortable that they're not trying to play the game of survival. They're trying to play the game of fulfillment. Meanwhile, the people middle class and lower, they're still playing the game of survival and sustainability, that they're willing to eliminate anybody that they can, whether it be financially, emotionally, psychologically. They're willing to eliminate anybody they can for their own survival. And I don't want to live in a world where I have to live in survival mode all the time. And I've been in survival mode around certain groups of people that sometimes I think it affects the way I am around non-threatening people. Because let's say I'm in an environment where once people start getting loud, a fight breaks out. And then I'm in an environment where people can get loud to express their emotions and never have to worry about violence. Sometimes I'm on that fine line of, is it okay for me to be loud? And I don't really like asking this permission for this. Like, is it okay for me to be loud without somebody thinking that I'm about to fight? Is it okay for me to be loud without somebody thinking that I'm being aggravated? Is it okay for me to be loud without somebody trying to lower my voice or lower my tone or make an assumption based on their level of weakness or psychological understanding? Like, some of us can actually be loud around other people who are equally as loud. And like, if we're at a football game and everybody's yelling, we understand it's a football game. Well, if I'm in, not necessarily cities, but psychological people who's like, let's say the weed smokers, a lot of them are, oh yeah, man, that's cool, bro. Yeah. So when I actually talk in my voice, because I'm in one of those modes where I truly need to be heard, when I actually talk in my voice, they're like, why are you so loud, man? Why are you so angry? It's like, if you wasn't high, I wouldn't sound extra loud. If you wasn't high, then maybe you could raise the optics of your voice too. If you wasn't so busy trying to be one of the cool kids, then maybe you can actually mature into an adult. All right? But that's life. Life keeps lifing. Everybody has their substance, their fix, their hey, this is how I don't cause problems in the world. Where I'm like, hey, this is how I let people know I'm not a problem in the world. Right. And so, I don't know. I guess I say all that to say this, man. Be yourself, be loved, and like all my other previous videos, be psychologically aware enough to know that everybody will not be like who you are. Like, I don't expect everybody to be able to change their voice on the drop of a dime. I don't expect everybody to want to drink what I'm drinking when I'm drinking it. And this goes for you women too. When a man's drinking something, He doesn't have to offer you his drink for you to feel like, oh man, he loves me because he shared his, like, sometimes you just gotta let people enjoy their own thing, right? Like, when I pull up, once I get another vehicle, if I'm pulling up to a place where other vehicles are, I'm like, I enjoy my vehicle, right? If I see other people with, hey bro, I like that, maybe I'll get one day. Hey bro, that's nice, I like how you customize that. Hey shit, I see you over there, nice car, you know? Like, it is what it is. But there's so many people who either get, like women, they get so many compliments that anytime somebody gives them a compliment, they don't even think that it's a genuine compliment just because they're a woman, especially if they're attractive women, they automatically assume somebody's trying to flirt with them, right? Attractive men. When we see women, we may look at you and have a quick thought about you, but that don't mean we want to sleep with you. That don't mean we want to marry you. That don't mean that we see forever with you. We just saw that moment and then continued our day, right? And for the ones who don't even pay y'all half of mine because they so busy doing their own thing, don't think that they're being rude and disrespectful. Just accept the fact that other people are living their own lives, okay? I may speak to people and be friendly. I call it boosting the morality around me, right? But I'm not always a friendly person. So in those moments when I'm not being friendly, if you want to walk up and talk to me, by all means, I'll still be friendly with you. But I don't always want to stop and talk to people every day. I don't always want to ignore people every day. Some moments I want to, some moments I don't. Sometimes I like talking, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I want to be a motivational speaker, sometimes I don't. At the end of the day, all that stuff that I do for free, friendliness, conversations, code switching, raising the optics of my voice, all that stuff that I do not get paid for, it's just a part of my personality, right? Because again, people like me don't like being stuck in a box. So anytime somebody try to put us in a box, it kind of makes us upset. It's like walking up to God and saying, hey God, we know you're all powerful and you're capable of doing anything you want in the world, but we just need you to do music for the rest of your life. That's like walking up to God and going, hey God, I know you're all powerful and you can be a doctor for a living if you want to, but we just want you to be a police officer. Hey God, we know you're all powerful and you can do whatever you want to, but we just need you to look like a bad father. Hey God, I know you're all powerful, you can do whatever you want to, but we just want to treat you like a slave. Hey God, I know you're all powerful, you can do whatever, but we want this narrative to be the narrative that you represent, and we'll pay you for it. And God's like, the fuck I'm gonna do with money? What the hell I'm gonna do with money if it leads to me selling my soul? What the hell am I gonna do with money if I'm not able to be myself in any moment I feel like being myself? I don't need that kind of money. That's dirty money. That's evil money. That's unjust money. Right? So I'm happy being me. And for those who are unhappy with me, I apologize. I may not be able to make you happy all the time, but if you ever got to know me, I bet I made you happy at least once. As always, it's the modern day God, modern day Jesus, modern day Messiah, the boy, the man, the God, the voice of wisdom, voice of reason, Dr. Anthony A.J. Pope. I hope y'all make it through this entire video because the last 2 to 3 minutes might actually impress you. One love.